Welcome to Wild Trout Man. I thought to have some fun with this video. So while you're watching this unusual trout behavior, the first person to correctly identify the exact time a brown trout appears in the footage will win a Wild Trout Man hat. Post the time in the comments section below and I'll announce a winner on December 24th. I'll post a pic of the hat at the end of this video. Good luck. This episode was filmed at a tailwater release on the east slope of the Colorado Rockies. Each step I made in the river stirred the bottom, releasing a slurry of sand, sediment, and macroinvertebrates into the water column. Instead of spooking the trout with each step, I was attracting them. They feasted on a smorgasbord of nymphs and midge larvae, tiny insects that make up the bulk of their diet.
They're nibbling on my boot.
They're gonna be getting up on you.
Oh my God, there's more. They're bringing their buddies.
They got you surrounded.
I am accustomed to having trout instantly flee at the sight or sound of my presence, but not here. It was quite the opposite. My boots in the stream were like a dinner bell ringing and a shout out to "Come and get it, supper's ready," which happens to be one of my favorite Genesis songs. So yeah, the feast was on. I first noticed 2 or 3 trout at my feet as I worked my dry dropper rig in the middle of the stream. It had rained earlier in the morning, but my cousin Mark and I braved the elements and we were rewarded by catching some nice rainbows and browns on streamers a bit further downstream. The streamers were working in the deeper, faster runs. They were not producing in the slower water. I have witnessed feeding trout at my feet in similar water on another Colorado river, so when I saw these fish, I knew exactly what they were doing, which is quite ironic for this Pennsylvania fly fisherman. I never noticed this in my home state. It is the fine gravel and silt below this dam that was key for housing the food source, which was the necessary element for the trout to learn this behavior. Stepping on a rock in a typical freestone stream would not have the same effect. The nymphs would still be able to cling to the underside of the rock and be safe from getting washed downstream and the resulting finned predation. The fine sand and gravel below this dam didn't offer the nymphs the same protection, and the trout knew it.
How cool is that? There must be a ton of midges down there. Maybe midge larvae in the sand is what I believe. And there was like 2 or 3 fish at first. And there's a school of trout at my feet, just feeding away. It's pretty incredible.
Later that day, when we were packing up our gear, I was talking to another fly fisherman in the parking lot. As we spoke about stream conditions and what fly patterns were working, I told him about this unique behavior we witnessed. He said, "Ah yes, you just experienced the San Juan Shuffle," referencing the popular New Mexico tailwater where this behavior has been seen many times. Trout feeding in the wake of an angler, brazen and unafraid, as they feed at your boots, picking off nymphs stirred up from the silt and sediment. In this silt-laden environment, it is quite easy to attract trout just by walking in the stream. Because of this, it is illegal to purposely stir the bottom to attract fish. It is also deemed an unethical practice to target fish feeding at your feet. I must say, it is quite a sight to see, and I ended up spending more time filming these trout than trying to catch their buddies swimming freely elsewhere in the stream. So did you see a brown trout? If you did, post the time in the comments below, and maybe you will be the winner of the Wild Trout Man hat. Thanks for watching, and check out my Rocky Mountain National Park greenback cutthroat trout video. Just spectacular scenery as we hike to a backcountry subalpine lake for wild cutties on dry flies. Good stuff. And stay tuned for more Colorado Rocky Mountain fly fishing adventures, as well as camping and fly fishing adventures from my home state of Pennsylvania. Until next time, Wild Trout Man. Thank you for watching.